Welcome, everyone. I'm Alfred Lambremont Weber, and we have a great privilege today to be with CEO Patty Greer of C60evo.com. And Patty has a special program prepared for us. There we are with 60 C60 Evo capsules for these extraordinary times which are starting to come in. So, Patty, over to you.
Well, thank you. I feel like every day I wake up and I go, testing one, two, like what's going on in the world now? And the first thing I want is with my great coffee with C60 Evo in it, I want to just sit down and watch news and watch what I missed last night around the world. Not that I want to know about war. I don't want to put any energy there, but it is. I think the most mind-boggling time in American history, what we're living through right now. And people are so deep in it that they don't realize that we are part of this propaganda machine. And those of us taking C60 Evo do stand over here and kind of look at it at a distance. And um, today I felt like unusually more tested than usual. Like people are just disgusting right now. And my smile is authentic because I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm not going to let anything bother me because that's their intent or to, make you look like you're something you're not. But we've seen so much of that in our American government, not sure about you in Canada now, of people blaming somebody for holding a baseball bat when they're the ones with a baseball bat. So, it's a lot of pointing when the pointer is the one doing it. So I'm looking at, very rare when people slander C60 Evo because we're the oldest lab making carbon fullerenes, but we're also the only lab in the world making ESS60, which is the only C60 that's safe for people and pets. And after 34 years, our lab of making industrial grade C60 for ink and tires and photocells and batteries, they weren't thinking, my partners, of making supplements and face creams. Never. They were just a bunch of scientists in a lab. So this has been a wonderful interaction of me with my audience because I used to make movies and the lab that saved my life after having really awful things happen. Again, just people acting disgusting. And I can't even be nice about it. When people do really vile things, like walk into somebody's house and shoot them, just happened in one of our states here to a senator and the husband. Shocking times, just shocking. And then it goes further where you read, oh, the police were standing right there or something. Like, it's so corrupt that we really need to boost our mental focus and endurance to a point where we can get to the other side with grace. And I am so grateful that I take this product every day. Actually, I'm grateful that I have the big bottle. It might take this to get through this I call it kind of like a birthing canal going into the next evolution of humanity. But the good thing is we are evolving. We are evolving. This coming to the surface to be healed of all the darkness had to happen. And then you hit the switch on and you do the garbage disposal and then you finally get rid of it. Just got to come to the surface to be exposed and healed. Then it goes down the drain and away forever. And we are in it right now, but we're in it to win it. So I'm super happy. But I'm cheating. I take C60 Evo every day. I feel like I'm cheating. It's kind of like people that do advanced sports. You have a race tomorrow, it gives you such an advantage to have that natural added energy because it's cleaning out your mitochondrial system in all of your cells. And it starts with the brain because the brain has more mitochondria than any other part of the body. And all of a sudden, we're thinking more clearly. So, this is the product for these times. C60 Evo, ESS60, amazing. Now you take it. What has it done for you from when you started taking it?
Well, I mean, it's really it's put me on a plateau where I can function now, and I can function in a very uh, in my field, which is international relations and interplanetary relations. I'm in exopolitics, and I'm now writing a new book on exopolitics the advanced extraterrestrial civilization on Venus. So it turns out that in our solar system, the planet Venus, which is up at fifth dimension and sixth dimension, we're down at the third dimension, and Venus is kind of the big brother and the big sister of our solar system. And it's not known generally, but Venus is in command of our Earth's moon. And most planets have more than one moon. They have two or three moons. And the fact that you only have one moon means that you're going to have a planet that is out of phase. And that's why the Earth is a very unbalanced planet. In fact, they call it lunacy. Whenever there's a full moon, that's when murders and fights go up and wars, I would imagine. And that's a known feature that because we have only one moon, that the Earth is the unbalanced planet in this solar system. And in fact, 705,000 years ago, there was a nuclear war in our planet between two verdant planets like Earth, Mars, and a planet called Tiamat. And Tiamat was a large verdant planet, and they turned it into the asteroid belt. So the asteroid belt, that is this kind of just ring of debris that's circling around, that was a verdant planet like Earth. So if what's going on Earth now turns into a World War III, we could become an asteroid belt. So heaven help us, we don't want that to happen. So my field, uh, ESS60 keeps me stable. So I'm now at work on my 28th book, which is Exopolitics, the advanced civilization on Venus. And that keeps me up there accessing the fifth and sixth dimension with my antenna.
Way to go. It is a superfood. I do a lot of shows with Chris, the lead scientist of our company, and one of my partners, and he gets all nerdy about it. But ultimately, what people want to know is, can it really help me? Will I really feel it? And that's where I judge a product, but I'm also 72 and I don't get tricked tricked very easily anymore. And a lot of times when I go shopping, I just pull out my pendulum. I don't even care if I just say I'm from Boulder, Colorado, ignore me. And I use my pendulum. But it helps me decide which products are going to be the best for me without doing research in the grocery store or, at other shops. So I think that we're really waking up to frequency and consciousness, being more about guiding our lives than fate and chance. And so, if we spend a lot of time watching the news, which I've done for the last bunch of years, we're going to have a lot of fear symptoms because it's everywhere. And influencers, like some of them are all of a sudden that I really loved, are falling off. And they're like, wait, what happened? And I'm wondering, did somebody spike their food or water or hit them with a weapon? Like, why are you acting so different now? And so instead of like, if I wonder more than a minute, I just don't need to listen anymore. So I'm encouraging all of us to really follow our gut and really listen to our intuition. And a lot of people are having issues when they look us up, c60evo.com, and they see all this spam, and it's people trying to be us. And there's like a slathering of 20 sponsored ads from a company that's just not us. And it's not even an impressive company, unfortunately, but they're slathered across everything that should be us. So it's an interesting time where I'm like, I don't think you can pay for that. So am I watching another industry be, what's the word, infiltrated and taken down? But on the other hand, we are not industrial grade C60. We are the evolution C60 Evo. And that's probably why my partners have said, don't call it carbon 60 or C60. What we're doing for people and pets is a different process altogether. And that's the only thing we sell. We won't sell industrial to people. We sell ESS60, which is clean and purified and really, really potent for people and pets. And when we look at the peer-reviewed studies, they used our products. It came from our lab in Houston, Texas, which has been there since 1991. Now, the Nobel Prize was received by three scientists for this molecule 5 years after we opened the lab. Now, both of them were in Houston, and my partners can't say for sure, but I wouldn't imagine that these three scientists would have gone further than Houston when you can buy the product there, when the other choices were somewhere in Russia and Wuhan, China. And I think those two places still make C60 and they'll still sell industrial grade to people online that want to mix it with oil and a spoon or an Amazon mixer and sell it to the public. And we don't recommend it. So ESS60 is really specifically different than industrial grade, which our lab still sells, but only for tires and batteries. So the distinction is really important for people that want to improve their overall health and well-being, skin tone, nails, hair. So much healthier when you just take a spoonful in the morning. I mean, it's the easiest remedy in the world. Do you take it every day, Alfred?
Well, of course I do. Today I took 5 teaspoons.
Five. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, see, the analogy that I use between the industrial grade and the ESS60 is that the industrial grade, which is right behind me, we see the miracle molecule that got the Nobel Prize right there next to the Futurist, for whom it was named for. Did you just put your hand up, or did I put my hand?
No, you did, and it's the symbol
And
popped up.
it says it said, "Oh, Alfred wants to put his hand up," so I guess that's.
Oh, I'm not getting it. You are.
So if you want better inks and better batteries and better tires, you put that stuff in there. Now, if you want better human beings, you put ESS60 in them, and and that, and that's what you do. It's as simple as it's sort of this. It's an it's an analogy, it's an analogy. And I just want to read what Brian C. wrote. He's a user, and it's sort of he said, I started taking C60 Evos several months ago and have experienced amazing results. I found it has helped me with my sleep cycle. My immune system has been much stronger and can't remember the last time I have gotten, quote, sick. Boing. You know,
Boing.
like
Yeah.
the rubber tire, which is conscious in its own rubber tire way, and the Venetians, the the Venusians will tell you that. I'm reading all these Venusian books now by
I bet.
Venusians, and rubber tires are conscious in a rubber tire way. And more importantly, it has been an incredible supplement for, quote, stress management, end
Oh,
of
yeah.
quote. Do we earthlings need an upgrade in stress management, like
Absolutely.
daily? Maybe. C60 Evo has improved my cognitive abilities and brought me a sense of calm. Oh, in the most intense and stressful circumstances, I highly recommend this product to anyone who is looking for physical, mental, and emotional health benefits. It will amaze you after just a few weeks with a profound effect. Now, that could be entire language if you're entire consciousness or ink consciousness. But we're in human being consciousness. That is what happens. I'm so glad I've discovered the Venusians. It's amazing what you learn from them. You know, I've discovered that there's smarter people than Earth people right here in the solar system, and they come from Venus. I'm sorry. Over to you.
Well, it'd be easy to be smarter than we are right now. So I'm really glad they are. I want to have faith that we're going to see better than this behavior really soon. But I think that it's really been, I started my first words of the show were testing 1, 2. I think we're all really being tested, and more than once, 1, 2. And hopefully it won't be larger numbers of the tests. But my endurance is amazing. Now, part of it is my age. Another part of it is I see intention behind people's words and statements. And when I see that kind of language, I really choose to just back away and not even respond because it's not worth it. So I was reminded that everything you talk about, you draw to yourself. So be careful what you talk about. And I want to remind myself that all day long because there's a lot of things that I notice that are just like, I can't believe he just said that. And I choose to see how beautiful it is outside and that my flowers are blooming. Like, really, that stark is what I'm doing now because the behavior is pretty noticeable. And I'm just too old to let it bother me. And I take Evo. Ha! Again, I feel like I'm cheating, but it's so easy and it's healthy because it's all natural. It's a total of 2 ingredients. The olive oil has extra virgin olive oil from a particular farm in Greece, not Costco, Greece. And it's cold pressed, extra virgin from a specific farm to our lab. We also have avocado oil, almost as strong as the olive. And then we have MCT coconut oil, which is half as strong. So I take twice as much, maybe 3 times. I love this in my morning coffee, and I take a tablespoon of the MCT in my morning coffee. I go all day long without getting tired. And then right around 9, it's just like timber down, sleep like a log. So that's the typical testimonials. More energy and mental focus all day long, sleep better at night. Now, I had some friends who said, we let our dogs lick our spoons after we take the C60 Evo, and all of a sudden Bella's not limping anymore. And all of a sudden the old one's like coming back to life. So we're giving them a little more than licking our spoon. And I can't believe the difference. So I called the lab. I said, we need to do dog and cat formulas. And boy, are we getting sweet testimonials. So people need to go to our link in the link below, but to check out the testimonials on our website and on Alfred's landing page, because what other people say is a lot more than I'm allowed to say. Um, I'm stuttering because I'm not allowed to say the illnesses that people have got come back from by taking this product. So I can't say it on the air, but they said it and it's on our website in a testimonial. So do check it out if you've got a major ailment. I personally went 2 extra years longer than most people on my bone on bone hips because I was taking C60 Evo every day and really lubricating my joints. And if I'd hurt, I'd take a little more. So really, anyway, I had 2 hip replacements last year, and my surgery was better than anybody I know, and my recovery was remarkable. And yesterday, a friend took me on a tour of her backyard. She goes, "Oh, no, 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 I don't want you to go down the stairs." And I looked at her and I said, "Girl, that was so last year." Like I don't even think about limping or any of that anymore because my recovery has been so thorough. So me in my 70s, you in your 80s, and our audience, who knows? God bless all of you. But if you're an athlete, if you've got achy joints, bones, muscles, you take this product, definitely preventative before you're going to do a big race or a big workout, and you will have a secret advantage that the other runners or whatever won't have. It really helps. It really makes a noticeable difference. And my skin just gets better every day. I used to have a whole bunch of expensive face products. Now I only use the C60 Evo Advanced Facial Serum. Comes in this sweet box and makes a beautiful gift, but it's got the essence of rosemary oil, really lovely. And it goes on nice and smooth. The essence is beautiful. And it doesn't leave your skin oily at all, but it does make your skin look better in a short period of time, all natural, really lovely with a base of chia seed oil. Um, Cat formula has salmon, dog formula has bacon, and noticeable results. That's what C60 Evo is about, noticeable results. Compared to all the other things I've bought over all my years, I feel really blessed that I'm part of this company that's delivering ESS60 and making a difference in people's lives around the world.
Do you want to visit the C60 Evo page at all?
You can give them a little peek, sure.
Okay, let me just go to share here.
And the link is c60evo.com/ALW.
Uh, yeah, it's c60evo.com/Alfred LW.
Okay, Alfred LW. So go to that link and you will see kind of our homepage, landing page, and a variety of products, brief description. And the products change across the top banner, but there's your dog and cat formula. Here's your product lineup. And we've got just a wonderful array, head to toe,
Let me
of
just
things to make you have more energy and look better, have better mental focus, and far more endurance for things that are athletic or strenuous. All right, let's roll down the page because we've got all kinds of products. There's the olive oil in the different sizes, and we have 2 prices. The price below is 20% less for if you sign up as a monthly subscriber, you'll get 20% off. Every month we will ship to you unless you write us and say, close my subscription, cancel, whatever. We don't even ask questions. You just cancel if you don't want it. But more than half of our income every month is resubscribes because most people don't stop taking it. So we have 4 ounce, 8 ounce, 16 ounce, and 32 ounce giant bottles. We also sell the 4 ounce sampler set, which is what I've sent 3 of to Bobby Kennedy Jr.
nope.
And that is one of each flavor, which is a great idea. We do that in 2 ounce, 4 ounce, and 8 ounce. And again, 20% off if you do a monthly subscription. And no matter what, when you get to the checkout, make sure and copy and paste Alfred's code at the end of your purchase to get another 10% off at checkout. Okay, the next group is our facial serums. And there's the two-part, you just blew past it.
Oh, is it where is it there?
That,
There we
yes. So there's the two-part serum, which has peptides. There's the advanced facial serum, which I showed you earlier. There's we call that I don't have my glasses on, the advanced inside and out set, but we also now call it the starter set because we highly recommend the face serum and the olive oil so that you'll be blown away right off the bat at the results. And then to the right, we've got our wonderful new tangerine rich body cream with ESS60 and a whole bunch of delightful ingredients. And people are absolutely loving it, how it feels, and also the scent is wonderful. Next line is all of our pet products, and we have groupings of things. So if you get more than one, we take off 15% of each price and put it together for you as a dog lover set or a cat lover set or a pet lover set, and that includes one for you, one for your pet. And we do that as a set price, 15% off. Or if you keep going down, Alfred, there's 20% off that also if you want it monthly for you and your pets. So below this, I think, is our testimonials. There's Alfred's secret link, EVALW, for another 10% off. And then those are some of our bigger sets at the bottom. Testimonials are endless. There's the guys in our lab, a real lab in Texas for 34 years, selling and making unbelievably good products with high integrity. And our lab is very well known. Like I said, we deliver most of the reviewed samples of the ESS60 that have gained the reputation for the whole industry.
Wow. Wow.
Well, thank you. Let's you and I just keep it up.
Yeah.
Take our C60 Evo every morning and feel better all day long. I want to remind people take it before noon so that you don't stay up too late at night. It will give you energy. And I know that I prefer to do that before noon so that I just blast through the day with a full brain and a lot of physical energy to do what I want to do. But if I take it, at 5 or 6 at night, I don't sleep well, but some people do. So everybody's different. c60evo.com/Alfred LW. And check it out. Treat yourself to at least a little sample. And sample would be a 4 ounce bottle. And you can get any of the flavors. I love the MCT. Most people love the olive. And that's what we use for the peer-reviewed tests because it is the strongest.
Amen.
Amen. And why all this? Why do I do it? Because C60 Evo rocks.
Look at that.
All right, Alfred, see you next month on a brand new show.
Indeed. And
All
thank you
right.
so much.
Take care, everyone, and get healthy.
Indeed.